Welcome back to another video on PowerDirector Made Simple. Today we are going to look at how to obtain background music and how to add it to your video creation. You'll find out that background music can be added to your video the same as adding special sound effects, which we covered in the previous video. However, background music may be subject to some special rules that you need to be warned about.
I know. Good thing it kicked off because if not, it's going to the water. But it kicked.
You're probably already asking, where do I get some background music? Most of us will end up getting music directly from the internet. But here is where you can run into some problems. It is true that you can download music by popular artists who have made their songs available on the internet, but usually your rights to that music only go to listening to the music. Normally, such downloaded music does not give you the right to use somebody else's music in your video creation. If you download music by popular artists such as Taylor Swift, John Legend, or even music from Apple's iTunes, you do not have a right to include their music in your video creation. The reason is all about copyright protection. And most certainly, you do not have a right to post your video with the artist's music to any social media platform on the internet. In this tutorial video, I have inserted an MP3 of a popular song by Celine Dion that I downloaded from the internet. If I sent copies of this video to family and friends, I would be violating copyright laws. I can't even play this song in this tutorial without violating copyright laws. So let me quickly delete that song. One type of exception to using copyrighted music can easily be found on the internet for songs released under what is called a Creative Commons license. Most of these are still technically copyrighted, but under the Creative Commons license, you may be free to use or modify the song as you see fit. Most such uses may require you to give proper attribution to the artist. So now the question becomes, just where do I find such copyright-free songs? Well, if you use Google and search non-copyright music, there are hundreds of websites providing that music. But don't be misled by the name of non-copyright music. These websites will usually list songs released under a Creative Commons license and perhaps free to use when downloaded from the website, which may be granted a license to freely distribute that song. Just for example, let's take a look at one such site, freestockmusic.com. Here's how this works. If I were to download Optimistic Inspirational, I would be provided the following information about my download. It says under track description, Optimistic Inspirational is available under non-commercial use license, and you can use it free for your non-monetized content if you credit Mixound, who I assume is the name of the artist or the group, Mixound, M-I-X-A-U-N-D. They even provide the proper attribution, which must be included in the text of my video description. While on a Google search, you may find websites promising royalty-free music, which may sound as if you are free to use them as you please, but you may be required to pay a download fee. If you were to click on the Start Free Trial, this is what you would see. Make note that your free trial is billed annually for $119.88. Now here's the good news. There are at least two very safe places to obtain copyright-free music. The first is from YouTube's audio library, and the second is from directly within PowerDirector. Here's how the YouTube audio library looks. After logging into your YouTube account, you can access the audio library, which looks like this. If you click on the filter icon, you can search on several parameters such as genre. Next, select one of the genre choices such as country and folk. Then the filter leaves little other choices other than mood, such as happy. Now simply download the one you like the best and import it into your PowerDirector files. The second choice for safe music is to use PowerDirector's own background music, which is even much simpler to obtain. Go to Media Room and click on Background Music. Browse through the various offerings. Once you find one that you like, just drag it down to an available audio track. I'm going to choose Country Rain. Drag it down directly and position it anywhere you want or where you think it would sound best in the video. Once positioned, you can move the playhead to that position and hit play just to test it out. You may want to temporarily disable the audio track of the main video, otherwise they will both play at the same time. If the music is too loud, consider adjusting the overall volume for the background music. Let's lower the volume slightly on the background music. If we want the background music to play exclusively for only a certain portion of the video clip, we're going to need to do a few things to allow that. One method is to turn down the volume of the existing audio for only that certain portion. For example, I could work directly on the audio track that is part of the video and create some keyframes in that audio where I want the sound to greatly decrease in volume while the background music plays. We'll start near the beginning of the background music. We'll create 2 keyframes. Towards the end, we'll create 2 keyframes so we can ramp the volume back up to where it was. Now, in between the keyframes, just grab the volume line and pull it downward to a desired low volume. Now, when the playhead hits that position, the main audio track is decreased while the background music takes over and then returns to its previous audio when the background is over. Let's hit Control 8 to go back and show another method. This time, I'm going to split the video track for a certain portion and then add the background music to that portion only. Once I split the video track, I can lower the audio on that portion all by itself.
If it's not, it's going to the water.
And that's it. That is how to obtain music without the worry of a possible copyright violation and how to utilize it in your videos. If you've noticed, adding background music is nearly the same as adding some special sound effects as we saw in the previous video. Coming up soon in the next video, all about transitions from one scene to another in your video. PowerDirector includes hundreds of different transitions, so there most certainly are going to be some that are your favorites. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave me a comment.